One day I could imagine that I am important, that recorded I am talking out to you is in totally harmony with my heart, with my beliefs, and with my destiny. That this, what I'm talking about, what I'm sharing with you, is in total peace of love, kindness, beauty, and growth. Growing as a human is a destiny to evolve more and more into the being of heaven's light, love. In love we can come together as friends, as lovers, as a family who respect each other, who love and hug each other. I believe love is a choice of mind, feeling, and destiny. That love is some kind of teacher. Love on its own is my teacher in this life that I choose to follow. The light I choose to follow. Even when there are darkest days, I choose to be happy. I choose to be me, and I choose to value my voice where I'm speaking with, where I'm listening at. I know this day is the day where I share my story with you, and I truly can say some days I can even feel scared about speaking up this pure, speaking of this kind, so pure, so lovingly, that it is me, love. Love can be in so many languages, still speaking about one thing, love. For me, love is pure honesty, truth, and kindness, but also love itself to speak rudely to the ones that are hurting you, just to be true to yourself. And that some days can be felt hurting or can be felt very painful. That is normal to experience those kind of emotions in your lifetime as a human. This day it is important to understand the languages of emotions, to understand the languages of embodiment, of the power within and the shower without. The shower who you are can show you your destiny. It can show you teachings that comes from out of your own. The teacher that you are already is you for the world to share. And if you speak with your own desires, with your own passions, the guidance will follow automatically. I believe that my voice is important to this world these days, to show a reality of a free world, of a free kingdom or queendom, or there is no queen or king or one, but we are all kings and queens of our own, because I believe that when we share the love that we have from our passions, that we are always free of who we are, of what we are seeing, what we are feeling, how we share together kindness, how we help each other. When you have a friend that needs to help, that you see that needs help, will you guide them? Will you open your door and let them inside to have a nice warm meal? Will you help them with a sleeping room if they need it, if you have it to share? Will you experience total harmony under humans? It is a power. Love is a very, very important power that lies within everyone's soul. It lies within everyone's heartbeat. In everyone's eyes, you can read what they are feeling, where they are, how they are feeling. You can read it as a human when you are open for the senses of embodiment, of totally embodiment. How you can read that is totally body language. You can read in the auras of the people and the colors, or you can just read it where they are talking about. You can read it when they are talking happy or when they are talking angry. You can read that very easy. It's a normal animal instinct that we have as a purpose to protect ourselves of the ones that are in front of us, but also to show how to go from anger to love is a very important skill to have in this world, to have new skills, to learn, to experience. Newness is a very important one. Rebirth is also an important one. To learn again to love yourself in times when you can see the darkness, in times where you can feel the darkness. Then it is again a level in your life where you can grow, where you can love, where you can share again the stories in your voice that you can share with your friends. Maybe the friends are in times so different. For me, I came out of psychiatry center. I had drugs, psychose. That was very, very scary, but it was my destiny to have it, to share again for myself how to love myself, how to accept the story of my life that was in front of me, how to grow with it, and how to find me again in that road of coming again to the open world. I can say there was a very challenging time in my life to open up again the love, the trust, the being of who I am as a happy soul, as a kind soul, as a pure soul, as a soul who is friendly to the ones that are in front of them, even those nurtures can be so hard about medications who are really drugs. They change your mind, they change your feelings, they change your brain. Even when I say no, I don't want it, they needed to make the rules and put me in front of a lawyer, and that lawyer chooses my road. In that time, the lawyer accepted the nurses that they need to put medication in me, that I did not want it in my body. So they make a rule, and it was on a court, so they won. So they needed to put medication in me for 3 weeks. I did not want it. I did not want to allow them. But if I did not take those pills, they wanted to put me with injuries inside of me, with spouting. They wanted to put it otherwise in my ass, that I did not want it. But I needed to find a way to still find my road in this life, to open up my voice, how to share this story with the world, that those things here in the Netherlands are allowed, is really not. Human rights is a very slavery rule to put those things inside of someone that they don't want. But I won. Still I love myself. Even they took away some freedom of my own. I won. The love that is inside of me, I won always. Because I truly love myself. Even I go over my own values. That is freedom. Freedom of my body. Freedom of my speaking. They wanted to court it. I did not allow it. But I did not have any choices. Even I was living in the Netherlands. And this story today can be shown to the whole wide world that those things are happening, maybe globally, that the nurses put medications inside someone that they don't want. It's a rule, it's slavery, and it is heartbreaking. It's a truth of love for myself to share this story with the world that can listen, that can speak up the truth about freedom. Yes, because those medications have a lot of bad things inside them. They make you sleepy again. They let you want it to change your mind. They make you sick. Even they know they make you sick. You wanted to stay in bed for a long time because they make you sleepy. those pills. It's not good for the body to be asleep. They did not help you how to go on with the things that the psychose brought you. They don't talk with you about the things you have because they don't learn about truffles, about marijuana, because they don't use it. So if you don't use it, you cannot help someone if you don't know why they do it, what the experience is, what they did share with those magical beings that they met when they did those truffle experiences. Because the thing is, my story is the truth. I did use plant medications, and for me, the world changed my life for the good, and also sometimes, now you know, for the bad, because the nurtures don't believe it's what you meet when you do plant medication. They want to put pills inside of you if you go and talk your story with the nurtures. Even the plant medicine show you things that are important for your world, that are important for you, because they can share stories, because like truffles and mushrooms, they go in the Seni along with the ancient histories of the shamans. The shaman world is an old wide world of magic and wonders. About magic and wonders in this life is a very different road to take nowadays if you know now about the nurtures. They do different things with you. That love that I wanted to share with the story is an important one because it also helped me again to stop with the weed that I was taking so much every day. It helped me change my mind by having those activities again, because they do have activities. I stayed positive, even in those days where I found it very dark. I stayed positive. I was making artworks that I find now very beautiful. I was making artwork of ayahuasca, the plant medicine of the Amazon. That one, I really believe you can only take pure from out of the roots and not put it in any kind of medication that they want to do with the pharmaceutica. Because if you think that you wanted to take something for your own to get money on, even the plant is already complete, then you don't know the story of the shamans. Because the shamans are old, wise people that uses those plants for their good, of love of the world, of love of the plants, of love of nature. That's why plant medicines are so different and can be so raw and even so painful, because it is nature itself. The plant medicine, ayahuasca, is rooted so deep inside of you when you take it, that the story of ayahuasca will go further into the lifetimes of many ages, of many beings. It cannot take away even mushrooms. You cannot take away the memories of people. That is a rude thing if you want to do that as a nurse. Because the thing is, people choose to walk the life of the plant medications instead of the chemical medications because it is their own freedom, it's their own choice. And of course, it is so important to have those places where people can relax, take a break, be itself again. But listen to those. If they say, no, I don't want medication, accept it. Because the shamans will always listen. They won't not never put you those medication inside of you if you don't want to. I truly believe it. I truly believe it. Yeah. Nowadays, I find myself love in the hardest things, personal stories that I'm sharing now is very important sharing that I wanted to share with you about my own love story for myself and for the world that is now. And I truly bless you with the hard things and with the good things in life, with the soft things and the weekend things. I bless you with love, wonders, and purity. I bless you with good money that nowadays is existing. In the past, when there were shamans of the Indians, they only share with each other what they have. There was no even money. Money came later when the kings asking those people in their realms tax money. And with that tax money, they changes the world with money instead of love, forgiving if they see someone needing it. Nowadays, even the furniture that they don't use anymore, even the smallest things you see people still asking money for. Of course, sometimes you need money because money is now made very important over the whole wide world because we don't learn on school the ways of the shamans, the ways of the ancient histories of love, because we learn a lot in school about hate, about jealousy. Even those movies you see when you are a child are a lot of times very mean. They have a lot of times stories that they are hurting someone. In movies, even when you're young, you have always the bully. Why you will have make a movie where there is a bully? Why would you even do that? You know why? Because children will see it, and children will view those kind of movies as a truth about who they need to choose to be. And if they don't choose it, they just watch it like a funny thing, then they always can be like the losing one or the one that has little money and not that kind of fashionable clothing that you see on TV shows. They don't show you perfect harmony like in the ancient histories of the shamans or the sisterhoods. In the sisterhoods today, they are still very living. They are. And for me, in those sisterhoods, there is pure harmony because they show each other the faces of who they truly are. Of course, you can be afraid sometimes. Of course, someone can hurt you. Of course, but the strong thing you have as a grown human or as a child is that you can still speak kindly to those around you. That's so important to have those magical stories of yourself to share in this world. Yes, life is a magical wonder of time and agents. And for that, I now close the podcast video sharing with you so you can think about the things that I show you with this story, because for me it is a story to talk about things that are important to me and to share with you in the world that those things about love, medication, hospitals, ayahuasca, marijuana is so important, and about the story about the kings and the queens, how the money came in the world. You can even see it in the movie Vikings. In some of the series, you see how the king and the queen ask the riders on the horses to in the money of the civilizations in their village. It's already that the world is separated in different kind of lands, that it is felt like we are not one world, is because also those lands, they say they own it. But the thing about shaman in the Indians is you don't own a land. You are giving by the land. And the thing is, if you say you are giving by the land, then there is only land. There is not England or Germany or France, but land. You have different kind of climates, of course. You have different kind of areas, of course. But you have land where you were born on as a free being. Yes, they changed those things too. About your freedom, about who you are, when you were born. They ask you to put yourself in documents if you were born in Europe, or even now maybe even in Africa. It can be different now, because those passports, they also made like that they can document you, that they can in from you the money when you were born, because you need to pay even for that document when you were born. It is not given by you freely as a free document. No, they need to pay you like a slave. Because in the old times, what did they do with humans that they got from another country? They sold them on the streets for a little picky or a lot of pickies, a lot of money or little money. It depended on the color, on the health, on the race, or if it was a man or a girl. In those times, the government really changed the world in some kind of strange story that is now normal for people to follow. But for me, as a shaman, it is a different kind of story in my eyes, because the Indians, they only had the first name and the name of the father and the mother. They had a lot of times that, because they love it, to share the stories of their roots, of the family, to share again the roots, because they had it also, but in a different kind of way. They did not have documents to put everyone on court. But nowadays, it is some kind of normal to love it, to have it, to share with it, to put stamps on it, to share your travels on it. This is kind of normal, but it is a story that needs to be told. And I believe those stories are very important for the world that is today. To share some kind of different kind of podcast that comes from out of my heart in those moments to share with you as a very important message from out of my own heart. And I truly believe, I truly believe this story can change the world again. Because the world is always evolving, changing. And I know that there are now people in governments that really wants to change the world for the better. And I believe those people can be reached. Of course, you can be one of them that can hear me now today, that can show the world of kindness. To change those movies in love movies, in totally love movies. Of course, sometimes you can cry, sometimes you can be hurt, but also show them how to care about their own rules, about their own boundaries. Like even I was watching Emily in Paris. I really love that movie, the series of her. But then there was like on the newest series about Emily in Paris, season 3, and then the first one, I believe, or the second one, is about the birthday of her boyfriend, and that she had also a very important conversation with her bosses for the job. And the thing is, she totally erased his boyfriend birthday. She planned it for him that he can have his birthday in the restaurant. Maybe she was late, but she did not forget him. She was thinking about him, she was loving him, and she still came to the birthday. Maybe she was late, but she was there, and she was even erasing his birthday. She was planning the birthday, and that man was so rude to her. Why? Why do movie makers make it so rude that if you come late, that you are a bad person, or that you choose both, and the birthday and your work? You can choose both, but you need to show them why. Talk about it. Don't be that girl that is pushed away by her boyfriend because she chose her job for her love. Because if she did not go to the job, then she was maybe fired. And that is so selfish of that man to even ask her to do that. Even she helped him with that birthday. She helped him. Not he planned his own birthday. No, she did it. And he did not even say thank you for it. That is so rude. And for me to share that, you can see in that one. And Emily in Paris, if you see this, you know where I'm talking about. You know, if I share this story with you, that you can change it in a movie next time, because then you will have a great movie about true love. Love about self-love, and love about a boyfriend, because they could still have some nice wine together, share about his work, because he even got a job on his birthday because she helped him. She helped him with the birthday. Oh my God, he even got a job that he likes. He did not even talk with her. about it, and she still accepted that man back, even he was so rude to her. Why do movie makers make it so strange? And in my eyes, truly see a brave girl that truly loves, but she can all the time still be picked about some kind of story. If you make it like me, like the movie director, I could show you a real nice movie, but yeah, the money, yeah, maybe they can ask me one day to help them. That will be very cool. I will love it to share this wisdom with them. Now they have it. Now it is on the interwebs. Yeah, there was a very funny podcast movie video that I'm showing now. I hope you love it. And I hope you still are listening to this, because this podcast is very long, and those stories that I'm talking about are very different kind of stories than about meditation or about something very nice, because love can be so different. You can hear because love is pure self. And I thank you for it. And there was the end of the road that I was taking today. I wish you all the best, and I wish you all the magic of love and wonders. Thank you.